Cheers! Happy Thursday!
Cheers! Cheers, cheers, cheers to you, sister. How is your day? You were just telling me about Tula. Daddy's away for the week on a trip, and Tula's been acting up. Typical.
Oh my word. So first of all, if any of you checked my TikTok or my Facebook or my Instagram the last day or two here, she has been peeing on the carpet. And here's the thing. We are potty training her inside the house right now to pee on these pads, these pee pads. And it's been going super well. And we have a different pad on each floor. And so it's been going really well. I haven't even been thinking about it. But this week, everything is off. She's in her cage when I have to leave the house, which she's never used to. Daddy's not around right now. Daddy has left her. She's going through some abandonment issues. And this is what she does. This is literally what she's doing. So we have this pee pad. She knows to pee on the pad. She will literally walk just next to the pad, just to the edge of the pad, but not on the pad. And then before I even have a chance to notice, she'll spread her little legs and she'll pee right there on the carpet next to the pad. Not on the pad, next to the pad. And I'm freaking losing my mind because I don't always see it happen. So I'm like on the hunt constantly. And I'm always looking like, did she pee on the carpet anywhere? And it's always like right next to the pad, but not on the pad. It's the idea of the pad, but it's not the pad. But then just before we hopped on here, I was like, Tula potty, that's what we call it. Potty on the pad, potty on the pad.
Great.
And she looked at me like, yeah, that's a great idea, Mom. I'll go do it.
That's such
And so she's
idea.
standing. So I'm pointing on the pad. I'm like, potty on the pad, potty on the pad. And I'm standing next to it, pointing, and she's next to me, looking up at me, thinking, wow, Mom, you're making a really good point. That is the pad. That is the potty pad. And she literally pees right there, and she's sitting next to me, not yet on the pad. I can't even. I can't even. Oh my gosh. So that is my life this week. I'm single momming it with a puppy. So, not yet mother of human.
Does it get any harder than that? No, it does not. Cheers.
Single moms everywhere. I feel you. I feel your pain. I understand what you're going through. I feel an empathy for you that I have never felt before. I get it. Can we start a support group?
I think those have existed.
Yeah, I think so.
We love that you're here. I see some people commenting already. We're, as usual, streaming to multiple platforms, so you may not be able to see everyone's comment or everyone who's viewing live because it's coming to us from different places, but we, rest assured, can see all of you. We can see your comments when you comment. So if you're here with us today, please let us know. Say a hello. Let us know. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you for commenting on that. They're puffed sleeves. Okay, if you know me even a teensy weensy a little bit, you know that I'm obsessed with Anna Green Gables, Ella Montgomery, hashtag where are my book lovers at? And she loved puffed sleeves. It was a whole thing in the first book. And so I'm wearing my favorite color in my AN puff sleeves, and I couldn't be happier or more excited to be here with you all today because that's exactly what she's dealing with her 2-year-old.
Oh my gosh, that's exactly what you're doing. Oh my gosh, yes, we need to start a support group. Oh, I'm telling you, raising a puppy.
Dripping in sarcasm. Are they peeing next to
I don't even care if it's dripping in sarcasm. I don't even care because I'm taking it literally that raising a puppy is the exact same thing as teaching a tiny human how to pee. It's the exact same thing. Am I wrong?
people have written books. I believe it's called Toddler Puppy. It's the same.
And
So we
single
love you guys.
moms. Oh my gosh.
Appreciate the love. I
Like
am
right now, I'm even like panic watching her. Like, is she okay? Is she okay? Is she okay? She's over by the window. Is she okay?
Smash that heart button. Let us know that you're here with us today. We are drinking in our Little Be Better Together cups. Let's see if we can cheer today. Can you cheer?
Okay, let's see if we can cheer. This is always. I always have put my thing on the. Hold on, I gotta fix this. This is bothering me.
Mine is hot, so I have the lid off right now.
Okay, I'm drinking my Optimize. I'm hydrating my cells. Okay,
I just did that earlier.
Go. Okay. There we go. Cheers.
Oh no, I screwed it up. Sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Give me one more
Classic you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Awesome.
Cheers. Okay, so we're excited to be here, and truly, guys, I just posted on my wall about 30 minutes ago that this could very well be the most important Sister Straight Talk we have ever had. And I'm not hyping it up. I'm not being melodramatic right now. I am just that excited about the valuable information that we have. You could leave today's broadcast literally having changed your life and your outlook and your health, resolving some concerning issues that you have struggled with without any real solutions for a long time. You might finally get those answers.
Cheers, Pam.
We cannot make any medical claims. We are just sharing real science and real information with you for you to go and utilize and do what you want with, okay? We are not claiming to cure or treat or prevent any diseases. We are not associated or affiliated with any particular branding or label. We are coming to you, giving it to you straight, sharing a little bit of the knowledge, the information, and the resources that we have with you, because if it's helping us and making our lives a little bit better, why would we keep that to ourselves? Why?
That would be selfish.
We wouldn't. And I am so excited. I am literally.
What up, Eddie? Thanks for having on.
Here. I am so excited to share with you what we have to talk about today. And so our question of the day is, Emily, why don't you go right into it?
Oh my gosh, I got it. I'm on it.
She got it. Do you know your gut type? Have you ever thought, man, I wonder what kind of gut type I have? No, but I'll tell you what, you probably know what your Myers-Briggs personality test is.
Oh my gosh, your Enneagram, your
Enneagram type, your astrological sign type. You know what your favorite color is. You know what your favorite number is at the McDonald's drive-thru. What do you know?
I know my favorite sandwich at Jimmy John's. Yes. Number 12, Beach Club.
But I love that one too so much. The alfalfa sprouts just with the avocado get me every time.
I'm curious. Who else knows the number? I'm curious actually. Yeah. Who else knows the number of what they order all the time? Number 12, Beach Club. If you are fall or winter.
Oh yeah, Mary Kay. The whole Mary Kay thing. Exactly.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, do you know your gut type? And what emerging science is showing us, and you're going to start seeing this everywhere. Articles are everywhere. I mean, just like Molly and I have been at the forefront, I would say we're at the forefront of the collagen trend. Yeah. We are also now in the forefront of learning about microbiome health and how important that is, and the gut-brain, the gut-brain axis and how they're all connected. And so what we want to share with you today is, do you know your gut type? And I want you to watch.
I'm interrupting you right now because I'm not fooling around right now. This is such an important topic, and I am that excited about it that
she's not messing around right now.
If you tag 3 people in the comments who you know will benefit from hearing this information, people in your life who suffer with some health concerns, some ailments, some things that just never seem to go right for them. Take 3 friends, take 3 people below. If you do that, if you tag in the comments below 3 people and share it, I'm going to Venmo you $5 as soon as this broadcast is done.
Woo! Cash!
That's how important this is.
All right. Well, I want some cash. I would take some people right now if I could. But should we start talking about the different gut types?
Yeah, let's get into it. So, okay, so that's the question of the day. Do you know your gut type? If you do already know your gut type, drop it below. But we're going to take a fun quiz together. And I promise you, by the end of today's broadcast, you are going to know your gut type. You are going to pass the test. You're going to have an A in the class, and you're going to be able to spout off along with your favorite number at McDonald's, your favorite Enneagram, your Myers-Briggs, your favorite color. You're going to be able to tell everybody and anybody your gut type after.
Woo! Great conversation starter, by the way. Great conversation starter. Especially maybe for a first date. Because why not?
Totally. Talk about your exes and your gut type on a first date.
That's always a good starter.
Yeah, this is going to be so helpful. I love that. It's going to be so helpful. So, number one, your gut is a reflection of who you are, and ultimately the person that I'm looking at right now. And the person who tells me, oh yeah, I'm tired all the time, or whatever. And did you know that your gut type was created for you at birth? That blueprint of your body. Your specific gut print is as specific to you.
Your gut print.
Yes, as your fingerprint, as the way your brain synapses work is when your gut was established.
It's actually, a lot of it is started in the birth canal. Yep. So are we gonna do the quiz for the first type of gut?
Yes.
Or the first
type of gut. Knowing your gut type is so crucial, because after you know what your gut type is, you're going to be able to balance what you eat, how you eat.
Pam, if you don't know yet, you will know after this.
You're gonna know. No. Yeah. It's going to help you balance all of those things. So here's the first type. Okay. So let's give you a list of symptoms you might be experiencing. Okay. Then we'll tell you what the gut type.
Oh no.
Oh, that's fine.
I did it too fast.
You know what?
I didn't know the plan. I'm so sorry.
It's always a freebie.
That was a freebie.
Okay.
Wait, Molly, I think they should know the name of the gut type, and then you do the quiz of, is this you?
That's you. That's perfect. That's perfect.
Okay. I love that.
Okay. I love it. Okay. So the digestive gut. Let's talk about this one. Do you suffer from constipation?
And guys, be transparent. It's okay. We all have digestive stuff. So if you want to drop it in the comments and just say, yeah, that's me, that's okay.
That's fine. Okay. So constipation, bloating, digestive issues, SIBO. Is that how you say it?
This is such a good question. I pronounce it SIBO.
SIBO.
But Pam, you're a nurse. She probably actually knows how to pronounce it. It's one of those weird things because it's something that I know about, but I don't really ever say out loud.
Right. Me either. I read it. Yeah. The other one is GERD. And
guys, for those of you that aren't familiar with SIBO, it stands for, we call it SIBO, SIBO, but it stands for small intestine bacterial overgrowth. It's a type of really imbalance in your gut microbiome where your body is not balanced. And so Molly and I have talked before about the balance that needs to happen between good bacteria and bad bacteria. And when you have that, it's really a malfunction in the migrating motor complex. So in other words, it helps move undigested food through the GI tract during fasting periods, like while you're sleeping or something. And so that's not functioning right. So that's what that is, because some people might be like, what is that?
Right. But if you hear yourself in this list, you'll immediately know what it is. If you've been diagnosed with SIBO before, you clearly know it was. Okay, so let's actually go back. Digestive gut. So this is the quiz. This is a survey of this one is your gut type.
And guys, I want you to drop it in the comments, even if you don't experience these symptoms. Let's drop it in the comments, because I think writing it out and listening to it is a way to absorb the information. Hi, Tula.
So constipation, bloating, digestive issues, SIBO, GERD, IBS. I mean, we have all seen the commercials, the infomercials for IBS sufferers, right? Nausea and gastritis. So does that sound familiar? Is that something that defines maybe a way that you live your life? And here's the crucial thing about the digestive gut type of person. They are dealing with overt symptoms. So this is the person who obviously complains about their gut, knows they have poor gut health, are often found in the aisle at a drugstore buying an antacid, a Tums, a constipation helper, a different tummy, whatever, getting a prescription from their doctor. These are the people who have overt concerns, who are focusing on treating a symptom, and who probably never even consider the fact that their body is telling them that there's something wrong that they could focus on to solve the problem so that they no longer experience these symptoms. But
I'm going to throw my husband under the bus right now.
Do it. I love it.
I'm going to throw him under the bus. And this was him. This used to be him.
Yeah.
And, he doesn't do all of the things that I think he should do as far as taking care of his health. But the one thing that has transformed his life and revolutionized his life is how he takes care of his gut health and what sort of things he puts into his body to support his gut health. And he says to me almost daily, Emily, you've changed my life. Emily, you've changed my life. Like, he used to be the person that would have to plan, when he would fly on an airplane, because he would travel a ton for work, and he couldn't eat beforehand, or, planning when to go for a walk, or, on the weekend Sundays, he would go for a run, and he'd have to plan strategically, like his bathroom time, because he would be the guy that would have dinner and then would disappear. I'm totally throwing him under the bus right now, but he was that person. And now he's not that person. Again, not saying that, he's completely cured, everything's amazing, but he is 100 times better than he used to be.
Yeah, and I've heard him share that testimony as well.
Do any husbands? No husbands do, Pam. I do know a couple husbands that are 100% the ones that are on board with it, but then they get their wives on board, and it's no problem. Their wives are like, woohoo, yeah, I'll do that. The husband's like, oh my gosh, pulling you uphill the whole way.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I just read this article that says you should so and so. I'm like, I know. I've been telling you that for years.
You just have to hear from a different source. Hashtag drop it in the comments if you have a husband like Emily's and you can relate to what she's saying.
Pam says she loves hearing these stories. Oh, I got a lot more stories.
Yeah, you guys tune in just for the dirt on our lives.
I know.
It's just straight talk.
Oh my gosh. Cassandra, thanks for tagging, guys. If you take 3 people in the comments, Molly will Venmo you $5. Take 3 people in the comments who need to hear this today and take this quiz to find out what gut you have.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I am so serial right now because this is how excited I am. This is how life-changing this can be for you and for the people in your community, okay? So number 1 in our quiz, number 1 type of gut health is the digestive gut. This is the overt gut person, the overt gut sufferer who knows they have a gut problem and who's often found buying over-the-counter support things to take away symptoms. Go to their doctor and talk about a prescription to take away their symptoms, change their lifestyle and what they eat, when they poop, how they travel, based on this is just me, this is my life, this is just who I am, and never once think, oh, this might be a clue to something that can actually be cured. They don't think that way because it's an overt symptom and they just suffer. They're just used to it.
Yeah, so they're just used to suffering.
Yeah.
So let's start with the common habits of digestive gut types. Like, meaning the things that they do, consistently, the things that the people that experience all of the symptoms that Molly listed, what way of living do they consistently have? And so one is they eat the same foods every day. So they're very consistent with their diet. They don't change things around very often. They eat fast or on the go, so they're usually in a rush. They don't maybe take time to really digest their food or chew their food. They're sometimes it's interesting because they can be people that overtrain and they can be people that don't do any training. So they can be super sedentary people. So either end of that spectrum, the extreme sedentary or the extreme overtraining. They can also be people that sit a lot and don't really go outside very much. So they're very sedentary, sitting at their desk, working a lot. They don't get a lot of sleep, which usually means that they're probably pretty stressed. and they eat foods that they're technically intolerant to. So maybe, not just gluten and dairy, but maybe artificial sweeteners, fillers, chemicals in bars and shakes, and, artificial sweeteners like sucralose and things like that. Also, people with a digestive gut are usually people that have long-term dietary restrictions, meaning they go meat-free, or they go fat-free, or they go carb-free, and they do that for a long time consistently, and they don't have a lot of life-work balance.
Right. And the real catalyst to this, that the antacids and the prescription drugs and the over-counter symptomatic treatments don't truly address, is for the person who suffers from this type 1 of gut issue, is really what's happening is they have impaired digestive mechanisms. They don't have enough acid in their stomach. They don't have enough digestive enzymes. They have poor food chewing. Things aren't being absorbed properly. And really, it's the mechanism of what's happening and processing down in the stomach that is ultimately causing their issue. But instead of focusing on fixing the issue, they'd rather take an antacid. They'd rather just not eat after 8 p.m. They'd rather just, modify their life around when they travel. Because to them, that just seems a little easier or more commonplace than actually thinking maybe my digestive mechanism isn't working and I can.
Right. Totally. Oh my gosh, Selena, have fun at your campground, by the way. Selena, have fun. Catch the replay if you can't watch the whole thing. Tag 3 friends in the comments who need to hear this. You'll be entered to win $5 Venmo to you by Molly.
That's right. I am so excited. So do you take Tums? Exactly. This is you. Type 1, the digestive gut, is you if you often find yourself taking Tums. And the person who in your life is often taking Tums is the person you need to tag right now to watch this. Are we ready for type number 2?
Call them out. Throw them all under the bus.
Throw them under the bus, girls and gentlemen. I need you, Emily.
Yes.
To let me know if we're ready for type 2.
We are so ready.
Who is finding their type so far? Which type you are? At the end of this, Emily and I will share with you what our types are.
I should say what our types were.
Because we're fixing it. Yeah. All right, so type number 2. Let us know if this is something that you hashtag relate to. Drop that in the comments. Smash that heart button if you hashtag relate to these symptoms if you have this type of gut blueprint from birth.
Oh my gosh, wait a minute, hold on before we continue. Pam is a nurse and she just dropped some amazing knowledge here. Antacids are a temporary fix, and the net result is your gut starts producing more acid, more for acid as a compensatory mechanism. So compensating for that. That is so important to understand because you feel better. It's kind of like, like if you eat a hot, spicy food and you drink a ton of water and it doesn't actually make this hot fire in your mouth go away, it actually kind of makes it worse. And they say that you should drink milk or something instead to cut the power of the fire. It's kind of the same thing that it actually makes it worse. So temporarily you feel better, but long term it makes it worse.
Great. Thank you for sharing that. If you guys have any other knowledge that you want to drop below, share it. So we already went over type 1 in our quiz. Type number 2, the immune gut. Let us know, hashtag relatable, if this sounds like your type. Okay. Do you have skin breakouts? Do you suffer from autoimmunity issues? Do you have allergies, asthma, sinus issues, sinus congestion? Do you get frequent colds? Do you often get strep throat? Is this you? Then you are type number 2. From birth, your gut microbiome blueprint is labeling you as having an immune gut. And something that is so fascinating to me, so fascinating to me is that the catalyst behind creating this type of gut microbiome in certain individuals is years 1 to 3 in their life. Were they in the hospital in those time periods? Did they have to have certain antibiotics, medicine, drugs in their system to heal a serious condition? Were they in incubators? Did they have a rough delivery? Did they suffer suffer from,
Yeah.
symptoms.
The kid who always had all of the like ear infections and things like that.
Mhm. This was created in your body when you were a baby. And it has been presenting itself in your life since then in various symptomatic ways. And you've just been struggling through it. You've been taking over-the-counter allergy stuff. You get your tubes drained or removed, whatever the
Why
nurse
you get your tubes removed? Are you talking about a hysterectomy, or what are you talking about right now?
When you get your Pam, help me out. Are you still watching, girl? Pam, help me out. When you have the surgery, tonsils, yes.
Tonsils?
Things removed because you always get the same illness every year. And so doctors remove, instead of looking at maybe what's going on in your stomach.
Tamara, good guess. Thyroid, good guess.
Yeah. Tonsils. This is the symptom. Again, we're so used to in this society to treating a symptom. That's all we ever think of doing is, oh, you have a headache? Take this.
And did you know, and anybody who watches our lives does know this, but as much as 70% of the immune system is housed in the gut, which is why if you have an immune gut, your immune system is compromised. And so no matter what you do, cold medication or anything that you do, 70% of the ability of your body to even fight that and be able to ward off anything is coming from your gut, which may have been compromised since birth. And you may have set yourself up for failure without realizing it, like not that you literally did this since birth.
Yeah. So the catalyst of the immune gut is permeability in the gut lining, which means that things are seeping out or seeping in, and things are not staying and getting absorbed properly.
Yeah.
So it's gut lining permeability. It's things in the tissue, in the lining of the gut that have been destroyed and not healed properly and are not functioning and protecting your stomach from toxins in and out properly, because it's now permeable and is not supposed to be permeable like that. That's your immune gut. So who is an immune gut in our audience today? Let us know. #relatable.
All right, moving on. Gut shape.
We are already at number 3. If you're just joining, take 3 friends who you think would be fascinated, would be riveted by this information. Okay. Tag 3 of them, because we are drawing a lucky tagger winner at the end of this. And I'm going to immediately Venmo you $5. That is how important it is for you to spread the word and share the knowledge. Because like Emily and I shared, if we're doing things that are helping us and we're really seeing the benefits in our own life, why would we keep that to ourselves?
Why?
So you should not keep it to yourself either. And guess what? I'm going to reward you for that.
Yes. We love rewarding people.
We do. We really do. Okay. Number 3, let us know if number 3 is your type of gut struggle. Toxic gut. The toxic gut is known symptomatically with these particular struggles. They have mast cell activation syndrome. Say that 5 times fast. They have chemical sensitivities. They have multiple food allergies, suffer from mold illnesses, have been told by their doctor that they have a mold illness going on in their system. They have high scores on mold allergens when they have allergy testing. They often have Lyme disease. They suffer from vertigo. They are the people who often have viral and bacterial infections. That's just who they are. Oh, another bacterial infection, another Z-Pack, another this from my doctor, another script for this because I'm sick again. They are the person who you will often hear say, nothing helps. Nothing helps me.
Are you doing all the things and nothing seems to help? Are you? Is that you? Is that you? Then you are, not you are, but you have toxic gut. It's not who you are. It's something that can get better.
This is what I find so fascinating. This person usually thinks that they're doing everything right. They're pretty healthy. They drink green juice. They take the energy, like the energy, ginger, cayenne, shots to help their immune system. They have a history of lab exams and doctors.
Yeah, they're the people that like go to massage and chiropractors and they check all the boxes. They do meditation, yoga, whatever it needs to be. Like they're the person that's taking care of themselves, but yet they still don't feel right.
Yeah, nothing helps. That's just, this is just me. Nothing helps.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah. So that's type number 3. We only have 2 left for you to know your gut health type. Only 2 left. So let's keep moving it right along.
Moving right along.
Type number 4, Emily. What is it? The hormonal and metabolic gut.
Yes.
Okay.
Got
it. This one's really interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting.
This is the one that no one thinks of as being associated with your gut health. This is the last frontier, the last thing that anyone on earth would think of. Let me tell you what the symptoms are of this. And I'm going to guarantee that you're going to hear these symptoms and say, yeah, I would never, that's not a gut issue. Duh, Molly, go back to school.
Go to medical school, Molly.
Yeah. These are the symptoms, though, of a hormonal or metabolic gut. They have unwanted weight gain, meaning that they can never seem to lose weight and they keep gaining weight. Okay. This is their struggle and their challenge. They complain a lot about gaining weight, not being able to lose. They try everything.
Always on a diet, never able to reach their goal.
Nothing works, nothing helps. They have blood sugar imbalances. And this peaks in various forms in various ways, but the ultimate symptom is a blood sugar imbalance. They have PMS struggles and challenges, PCOS. Is there another way to say that? I actually know 2 people in my life who I'm pretty close to who have PCOS, and it's devastating. It's a devastating struggle. And again, we're not making any medical claims here because your body is so complex. And I was just making a joke, but truly, I am not a nurse or
and we're not making any medical claims. We're not going to say your PCOS is going to be cleared if you get your gut health figured out. But what we are saying is that if you have a hormonal and metabolic gut, it is worthwhile in the process of working with your doctor always to find the solution. It is worthwhile to explore healing your gut in that process, because if you're not healing your gut health and balancing your microbiome health, then you're missing a huge puzzle piece in what will actually work to balance your hormones.
And some of the other symptoms after PCOS is endometriosis, period irregularities, just basically your overall basket of hormonal struggles, okay? Mm-hmm. And ultimately leading to things like insomnia. So these are the things that send you to your doctor to see your endocrine specialist, to check your thyroid, to check how your endocrine system is functioning. That's the specialist. That's the doctor that you go see. You get your labs done. You take a new vitamin or an herb or a supplement or a new lifestyle overhaul plan to try to get your hormonal systems in balance. You describe to other people your mood swings or your challenges with getting pregnant because you have PCOS or your not being able to lose weight and they're guessing thyroid, they're guessing.
And here's the thing I want to interject real quick is like what I just put on the screen. If your gut health is out of tune, then your hormones follow. The thing that happens and this is primarily a female focused gut issue. What happens is your hormones, it doesn't catch up to you until you're usually like in your 30s usually. And you don't really even know that you have a problem and that your gut health is out of tune until your hormones start going out of tune. And again, we're not making any medical claims, but again, if your gut health is out of tune, your hormones follow. And it takes a lot of years for that to start happening. It takes a lot of years for that buildup to start, working to create problems and issues and imbalances. But then all of a sudden, everything kind of crashes around you. And then you're dealing with the symptom of the hormones, but not dealing with the cause of your gut health. So It's super critical to work with your doctor with both issues.
But this is really fascinating. The catalyst for this particular gut type is ultimately your gut bacteria not being balanced.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that you needed bacteria in your gut and it needed to be balanced? Well, guess what? If your gut bacteria is not functioning properly, is not balanced, then it's
Yeah.
sending the wrong communication responses to your endocrine system, which is affecting all of your hormonal responses. So the symptom is endocrine hormonal, but the message is being sent from the wrong bacteria balanced in your gut.
Perfect. Moving on to your the fifth one.
Drum roll, drum roll.
And we said there were 5, but there's actually 6 because
We'll address that in
one.
just a second, because if
Right.
you get to this last one, so far none of these things sound like.
But we got to hurry through here. We're running short on time. So it is the brain gut. The brain gut. And this is important because
the brain gut connection was created from birth. And imbalances in your gut from birth lead to mindset issues, the way that the synapses and the things in your brain are talking and firing and wiring together. So you'll often see this again in a person who's not paying attention to their gut at all. This seems like the furthest thing away from the gut. It's up here, not anything down here, right? But your gut is actually your second brain. It actually controls all the functioning of your body. And when you're suffering from brain struggles, you need to look at your second brain. So ADHD, mental struggles, depression, anxiety, eating disorders, migraines.
And again, I need to emphasize again, we're not making medical claims.
You need to keep saying this because
we're not saying that taking care of gut health will cure your migraines. Mm-hmm. We're not saying that, taking care of your gut health will cure ADHD. We're not saying any of that. But what we are saying, again, I just have to be super, super clear. What we are saying is if you're not looking into the health of your gut while simultaneously taking care of those other issues, you're missing a huge piece of the puzzle. So
if you just got through all 5 of those types and you're thinking, none of those things really describe me, I haven't commented yet what my type is while I take this quiz with you ladies, because none of them are me, then you're the wild card gut. That's right.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. I have another thing to put up. Hold on, about brain gut. Your gut is often called your second brain.
Miss this. Yeah, we don't want to miss this.
Your gut is often called your second brain because it is directly linked to your brain. You're connecting your enteric, I have actually never said that word out loud, your enteric and central nervous system. So I love saying these things live for the first time and sounding so knowledgeable when I say it out loud for the first time. No judgment. This is a judgment-free zone. I spent a lot of time reading, not always listening to words. Okay, so anyways, the tissues in your digestive system, in your gut, the same tissues are what is the makeup of your brain tissue. And so when we say that the brain gut, we literally mean that axis between the brain and the gut and how it's connected is just so fascinating when you really start understanding how truly connected it is. All right, so that's that. We can move on. The last one is the wild card gut.
The wild card gut. This is the person who says none of those things really quite.
Oh, thanks for the encouragement, Pam. I try.
So you have, this is you. Maybe this is you. Last but not least, wild card it's a little bit of all of them. It's you don't fit in a box. You can't go into a shoe box. You will not be put in a corner, right? Of all of them. This is the wild card gut. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, yeast infections, skin flare-ups, headaches, chronic pain, joint pain, silent tiredness, and a general feeling of unwellness. You are a wild card gut. Your gut is truly the gateway to your health. And what we at Be Better Together really want to do for you is help you identify which of these 5 gut types is your blueprint, and then put together a plan to heal your gut, to restore it, and to give you finally that hope and that feeling that your life can be better. You don't have to be dependent on all of these drugs and over-the-counter things and modifying your lifestyle all the time. You can actually have hope that you will feel better tomorrow and next week and next month and next year, and that it's not all downhill from here, and that you can finally start feeling like yourself or like the person that you always imagined you could be. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what
And
we
the main idea is, and it is a perfect segue, the main idea is to keep in mind is that your gut is the gateway to all of your health. It's the gateway. Your gut is the gateway drug. It's the gateway drug to all of your health. How we don't get censored by Facebook and YouTube for saying drug. It's the gateway drug to all of your health, to everything.
Yeah. So so again, if you're watching this on the replay, if you just tuned in right now, tag 3 friends who you know will find this as fascinating as you do, who you think that this could genuinely help. Because when you understand symptomatically what category you fit into, and you understand that there's a reason, you're not crazy. Okay, you're not going crazy. There's a reason why you feel the way you do.
Yeah, and if a doctor can't diagnose you and can't help you and is like, oh, well, I've done everything I can. And sometimes doctors, they don't say it this way, but basically what they're saying is it's all in your head. What we're saying is it's not all in your head. It's not all in your head.
And we want to help you. We want to help you put together a gut healing plan that truly helps you figure out your unique blueprint, gut microbiome blueprint, so that you can finally say it's going to get better. That is why we're so excited to share this, because this is going to change your life. This is changing our life. And so as our exit here, we're going to each share which one we are. Emily, which one are you?
I am the immune gut.
Yes, I am too.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. The immune gut. Yeah. We're about the same. I mean, we grew up being allergic to everything. I feel like we got colds a ton. I've always felt like if I'm around somebody who's sick, I'm sick like 2 hours before I even met them. I always felt like it was a joke. You're supposed to laugh, Molly. You didn't even get it. Did somebody get it? I think I was being funny. I feel like if I meet someone who's sick, I was sick 2 hours before I even met them, because that's how sensitive to being sick I was.
Right.
So I am so impressed with how much work I've done to thank you, whoever laughed. Thank you. I do. Thank you. I feel like I have done, and you too, so much work to improve that. And it's a noticeable improvement since we were kids. And I mean, we were preemies and we went through intensive care, and we were I am sure our whole microbiome health was just crash and burn from day one. So it explains a lot about a lot of things.
Right.
Yes.
So that's our information. #value if you got something out of this. Let us know. #value. And then tag somebody who you know will also get value out of this. And I'll let the replay go through tonight, and then I'm going to pick a lucky winner from randomly. I'm just going to randomly go through and pick a lucky winner. I'll immediately Venmo you cash dollar bills, just as a thank you for taking someone and someone today.
Thank you. And if you're watching the replay, let us know. Hit #replay. I think you already said that. I'm repeating myself, but we appreciate spending time with you every Thursday. This is Sister Straight Talk, and we bring it to you from our perspective and our knowledge. My knowledge as a personal trainer, coaching hundreds of people to reach their health and wellness goals. We are not doctors. We're not prescribing anything, but what we are sharing is knowledge that we've learned in our research and in our journey. And we, like Molly said at the beginning, like we owe it to you to share it.
And I want to give running credits, as the credits run on this broadcast, to my aunt, who's a nurse, who shared part of her story with me and shared a lot of the resources where a lot of our knowledge has come from.
Awesome. We love aunts who are nurses, and we love Pam, who is a nurse, and we love Tamara, you're a nurse as well. And we have so many people in our world who are, we love nurses. Yes, okay. Anyways. All right. We love you guys too. I'm going to turn up our high energy. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.